Welcome to another episode of The Collective, where you will hear all things collecting and much, much more. I'm getting pretty darn good at that. I am your better looking host, Zack Mo, also known as Brown.
All right. I'll take that name, I guess. I'm Collector, aka Pure Leaf Tea. And welcome back to the Collective, guys. Another episode coming your way.
We up in there.
We are.
We doing it. So how's your past 2 weeks in collecting?
Past 2 weeks in collecting have been pretty all right, I guess. I'm trying to rack my brain around what I got for myself in the past 2 weeks. The past 2 weeks have been the busiest 2 weeks of the streaming year for me. So my business blurs a lot with my personal collecting.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. In these last 2 weeks, my sealed collection has grown. I finally picked up Scarlet and Violet base set ETBs, one of each for the sealed
Nice.
collection because I didn't have them for some reason. I don't even know how I ended up without having them. I had like so many
Those the
cases of that set.
Coridon and Maridon
Yeah.
ETBs?
Yep. The
Okay.
red and the purple ones.
Yep.
I had like so many cases of those, dude. And I felt like, oh, I'm never going to sell all these. Like, it was like, it just felt like I was going to have them forever. And then next thing I knew, not only did I not have any for the stream, but I didn't even have any in my personal collection. I was like, well, I guess I got to get more of those. So I definitely did that. I scored at Target twice. They restocked the cereal boxes, the plastic cereal boxes that I store my ETBs in. So I got 8 of those. I found 2 151 ETBs, not at a retail store, like from someone on the secondary market. I got those under market, so that was great. Added those to the PC. I did a lot of sealed collecting, I think, in the past 2 weeks. I don't think I got any new slabs back yet. I have a lot of slabs out at PSA at the moment. Oh, I got new graded guards as well. Like the things that go around the outside of the slabs. I got like a whole bunch of new graded guards and redid all my whole slab collection. I
Nice.
have a little bit more color coordinated now. And I got this Gengar pin. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, it's hard to see, but it's a sweet Gengar pin. I got this at card show, and I don't have it's in my office. Shout out Kevin. You know about Kevin Zack Mo because I've told you about him a few times.
I've also met Kevin.
Well, right. You know who he is in regards to the podcast because I've been telling you about him, but you've also met him at con, and he's a good friend of mine. He comes to a lot of shows with me. He goes to a lot of shows that I'm at. He doesn't go with me. We're both in the same circles. And he got me, I wish I had it with me to show you guys on the podcast, but he got me a proxy card of the Gengar illustration rare from Pokemon TCG Pocket, which is the only single I've gotten in the last 2 weeks. The only like single Pokemon card I've added to my collection, aside from maybe a few different Kamiya artworks that I picked up. And I was so stoked. It is the coolest looking thing. Like, I didn't even think, like, what a good idea. Whoever thought of that. I'm sure they did an entire series of all the proxies. Yeah, it was really
It does
cool.
look really awesome.
It was very, very cool. I was super, super thankful that he did that for me. So that went on display on stream this weekend. And yeah, that was the only single I added to my collection. I think actually maybe this slab is new. Maybe this Pikachu slab from the Paldean Adventure Chest.
No, we talked about it.
I showed you this once.
Yeah.
All right. So in the last 2 weeks, then I think it was just that one single, a bunch of stuff for sealed, and I don't think any new slabs made it back for me. A lot of slabs came back, but they all were sold on stream.
All I've done is sold some cards.
Oh wait, I lied. I remember. I'm sorry, I forgot. There was another thing.
Ahead.
There was another PC thing. It's a big deal. I picked up a vintage lot. I don't remember when. Within the past 2 weeks. And it was hands down the cleanest vintage lot I've ever picked up. Not all the cards. Of course, there were some cards that were super beat up, but I mean, there were cards that were minty. And I bought the vintage lot to sell on stream, and I just had to keep a few back that I sent to PSA. I had to. So I got 3 slabs out at PSA right now that I'm like, fingers crossed. I have a first edition Typhlosion from Neo Genesis. that
Okay.
I think could potentially 10, but it probably won't.
It'll probably 7.
Yeah, probably. And I have a Sabrina's Gengar that I'm like praying. It's the cleanest one. I'm just praying it tens. Um, and the other one, I don't remember even what it was. It was just like exceptionally clean. The only two I'm gonna keep are if the Typhlosion grades well, I'll keep that. And the Sabrina's Gengar, probably no matter what it grades, I'll keep it until I get
Mhm.
a PSA 10 copy of it. Because I don't have an English PSA 10 Sabrina's Gengar. So there was one
Makes
other
sense.
card that was like very high value. Like I said, I don't even remember what it was. It's not going to be a PC item. It'll end up getting sold on stream. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I forgot. That was a big deal. That was a really, really cool find because I've bought thousands of vintage cards and they're never clean like that. They were spectacular.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Then I put them in the bins and we sold them out. Basically, there's like whatever 10 or 12 left. I had like 60 to start with.
Oh, is that where you got the Blaine Charizard?
Mm-hmm. And the
That's
Blaze
dope.
Charizard was super clean. I mean, I'll send you a video if you remind me. It's exceptionally clean. Blaze Charizard has one white
Yeah.
dot on it, but
I don't
I mean
really
these
care
cards
for it.
are crazy, crazy, crazy clean. What, you don't care for my videos or for Blaze Charizard?
Your videos,
Got it.
because I was thinking about going in for a vintage pack for Blaine Charizard, but I know my luck, and I would have gotten a PS9, PSA 9, Blood Moon or Saluna
Yeah, right out of the vintage bin.
right out of the vintage bin.
I should
So I
check
didn't
the
go for
market
it.
on that card. I think it's probably still going up.
It is not. I still haven't. I've been
Uh,
checking.
when,
It is
when's
not.
the last time you checked?
Like a week or two ago, because I put up some cards on Facebook
It was like
Marketplace, and
40-ish is what we were finding, right?
right, it's like 40. It's still 40ish.
Yeah, I see
You
it on
gotta
TCG Player.
yeah, because
I
I
was
put
looking
up
at
some
raw
cards on.
pricing. So what I wanted to see is if raw pricing started to tick up. Near mint 41.63. It is on the way up a little bit, but not a tremendous amount. Like a half a percent
41.63.
maybe. Yeah, that's near mint price.
Oh, that's raw.
Yeah, raw.
Or
But
is it? Okay, yeah,
you have a
okay.
PSA 9 of it, right?
9, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean PSA 9 is raw plus a couple bucks most likely.
Yeah. Because I was putting cards up on Facebook Marketplace, and I saw that listing was still available to be relisted. So
Mhm.
I just relisted it. Somebody actually hit me up for it, and I had it listed at 50. And then the next day they're like, "Oh, no, no." The next day they didn't even answer me. And I was like, "Hey, you still interested?" And no answer. So I was like, "Cool. I guess I'm gonna keep
Ghosted.
it." But I did sell I sold the 151 Zard, Blastoise, and Venusaur
Nice.
altogether to
That's
a
great.
single person. Yeah.
On Facebook
I got
Marketplace?
no. So I had it on Facebook Marketplace and I got a lot of
I'm
people
sure,
asking
yeah.
about it.
Trying to buy it at
But
70
no,
or
I had
80%.
yeah, I had asked uh somebody who keeps buying everything from me. They're my go-to now when I need to get rid of shit.
You're the plug for this guy.
Yeah. So are you. He's from Stream. It's Adam. Adam
Mhm.
has bought everything from me. Um but I did notice because I was originally going to sell them at 300, but then the Venusaur there was a nick on the top that I had not
Mhm.
noticed, so I cut him down. You know, like, it's Adam, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna fuck around with you.
Yeah, of course.
This card is not what I thought it was. So yeah, I mean that was still a decent sale.
Yeah,
I
that's
ain't
great.
mad at it. Yeah. Um, other than that, in my weeks in collecting, even
Consider
though
so
you didn't
what
ask,
you sold them for like what, like 250?
275.
275. Okay. The whole master set was like 500, right?
No, I got. I think we settled at 450 for that.
450 for the whole master set, and then you just got 275 for the big three. It's crazy what the market's done on that set. Blooming
Yeah,
Waters is
yeah,
going to make or break the future of 151. We'll talk about market stuff later, but it's just popped into my head that we had two numbers we could look at.
because figure if I had sold the master set now, the Venusaur and the Blastoise only went up about 20 bucks each, 20
Mm-hmm.
$25 each. So,
But
an extra
all the
50.
art rares went up a lot.
Not not really. When I've been checking, like maybe like $20 each.
right,
All right,
which
so
is a
I
lot.
could have came away with like an extra, I don't know, 300 to 400
Couple,
bucks
yeah,
depending.
exactly, a couple $100. Yeah, the Charmander right now is
Well,
$66.
really, that went up since
Yeah.
the last time I saw it. Last time I saw it was at 40 something.
Oh, excuse me, I misspoke. Near mint hollow foil market price $50.27. The promoted listing on TCG is $66.99. The most recent sale was $44.95. And the listed median is for some reason is unavailable. Probably because there's Korean and Japanese ones mixed in at the beginning.
Gotcha.
There's
So yeah,
Korean ones on here for over $20. It's crazy.
I have some Japanese ones.
Even those are listed high. Japanese Charmander illustration rare is listed at $10 plus shipping.
I think I have, I think I have two of those. I can't
I
be
have
certain, but
I don't even know how many of those. How many of those have ended up in the slab bin in PSA 10s?
a
30,
lot.
literally. At least 30 copies of each of the
And
starters.
I pulled a PSA 9 Blood Moon Ursaluna.
Yeah, the Charmander price just is insane. The whole entire oh, you dude, give me that Ursaluna back. I love that card. I can't wait
No,
for the
it's
new
mine.
Ursaluna. Did you see the new one?
I'm not a fan.
Oh, I love that one too. I guess I like Ursaluna and you don't.
I do
I'll
know I
trade
like
you I'll trade you
Ursaluna.
that Ursaluna when we're in person. I'll trade you that Ursaluna for another pull.
Okay. Because I didn't get a chance to trade.
Why?
Because you told me not to.
No, you said what should I do? I said I would keep it and then you did that.
Right. And you told me to sell my 151 master set. You
And
told
that's
me to
also not
sell
true at all.
my what else did I
Th-
sell? Oh,
This
you know what
is
I'm
the
really pissed off about?
this is when Zack Mo goes and gaslights me, and then he'll say that I gaslight him. This is the king of gaslighting right now.
You don't know what you're talking about. Um,
See what I'm saying?
I'm still pissed off that I sold that goddamn Japanese Pikachu.
That was a tough loss.
No,
Is it
technically it
still
wasn't
up?
a loss. It wasn't a loss,
Well, right,
but
of course you had a gain, a tough loss on potential, right?
hold on, I'm checking now what it
So
was. I
am
mean,
I.
what it is. Yeah, well, maybe I can do it faster. I
I'm
can't.
on charting. It says 239 on charting raw.
Yeah,
So
sold
it
it for like
dropped back down pretty significantly. What'd you get for it? 150?
140.
Yeah, Adam fucking cleaned house on that. It
I
was
told
over
him
300 for a little bit, but I mean, just to be honest, and Adam knows this too, if he looked at the card at all, it's not a 10. It has a massive print line on it.
I didn't see any print lines.
There's one fat print line straight across the front.
Well, I told him if it tens, he owes me $2.
Yeah, it's not going to 10. I don't know if he's grading it. He
Okay,
didn't
well,
grade it with me. I know he knows how to grade by himself. So
why would he grade with you? You're a loser.
that's true. I am a loser who gets Pikachu 10s for people.
Not me. Do you get
Right.
151
Not
Charizard
me.
tens?
Well, yeah, I got a lot of Charizard 10s, just only for people I like.
That makes sense because your boy Zack Mo didn't get one.
I got I sent 4 Pikachus English, and two of them are 10s. 4 so
Oh,
far. Have to come
from
back.
searching
4 that
stores.
I pulled. Yeah, 2 9s, 2 10s.
What do you mean for that you pulled, like personally or for people on stream?
4 that I pulled for people on stream. I've graded, and
Oh,
the grades are back. I have 2
what are
additional
the other
ones in
two
grading.
nines?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you don't know
two
what they are
10s,
yet.
2 10s, 2 9s, 2 still in grading. Total of 6 at PSA. One
Gotcha.
of them, that's a 9, had the potential to be a 10, but it was shipped to the customer and then shipped back to me. And at some point in that process, it got a little bit of whitening in a couple spots. And
What did the customer do
unfortunately,
to it?
it took a 9. It was unintentional. They just didn't properly package it during shipping. And it
Got a
rattled
little
around
white
a
on
little
it.
bit.
Got a little snom on it.
Nah, no snom, bro. Just whitening on the corners. It was in a one touch. I feel bad. I don't want to be calling this person out.
Somebody had said, "Why does snom look like a butt?"
Yeah,
And
Mike
I
did.
completely disagree.
Snom looks
Mike,
like
this
dick.
is for you.
Snom looks like dick butt.
It looks like a dick that had, has been in the wrong places.
Do you not know what dick butt is?
Yes, I do. But it doesn't look like dick butt.
I think Snom looks just like dick butt.
It doesn't look like dick butt. It looks like a prickly prick.
A a prickly pear?
Prickly prick.
What's a prickly prick? I guess like his.
You've never heard somebody call it a male um
No, yeah, I
reproductive organ a
understand
prick?
that would be
Yeah,
considered a
it's
prick.
prickly. It's prickly.
Bro, dick butt looks like Snom if you just took the prickly part off.
No, you're wrong.
Yes.
Dick butt has like a whole fucking no.
Dick sticking out of his butt.
Yeah, no, you're wrong. So there you go, Mike. I hope you're happy. It looks like a dick, not a butt. I mean, all right. I'm not gonna go into it.
It also looks a lot like a butt.
Mm, just to me, it looks like a dick. Well, I guess the picture that he had posted looked like a dick to me. It looks like it looks circumcised. Tell me it doesn't.
Naked Snoms are quite creepy.
Naked snom.
Yeah.
The fuck is the internet doing?
What, dude? So is Snom our Pokemon of the week? Is that what you're about to talk about?
No, we're not up to that yet, and it's also not the Pokemon of the week.
Okay, I'll screen share this real quick. Sorry to those of you that are listening only right now, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. Snom
I'm
is
sorry that you're listening to this at all.
yeah, right. Snom is actually in a uh, like a shell. It's not. It's like very translucent. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Wow, it looks like a circumcised dick with some fucking pricklies on it.
I'm talking about the naked part. So without this blue, there's just a blob. That's what naked Snom looks like. A blob with a butt cheeks for a face.
I don't know. It looks like
Two balls and a big giant chode is what you're seeing.
well now okay. It also could be now. Just hear me out. If we get rid of the eye,
Baymax laying on his back.
I was gonna say I was not thinking Baymax, but you're 100% correct.
Yep.
It also looks like maybe Baymax trying to get into a cave.
Yeah.
Those are his little legs and his
Yeah.
little butt.
These are his legs and his arms. This is one of his arms. Or this. This is his arm.
Right, and that's his little butt there.
Yep.
So now I see Baymax. I don't see a dick anymore.
So
I love that movie.
Snom looks like, oh my god, me too. Snom looks like a lot of things.
Don't look like an ass.
I'm still gonna say it looks like dick butt.
It looks
But
nothing like dick butt.
speaking of learning about Pokemon, is it time that we learn about a Pokemon?
No, it's not. It's time for you to tell us about the market.
Oh, all right. Well, the market's pretty boring right now. If you have been listening to this podcast at all, I don't know what episode we're on right now. We're in the
25.
20s, 25. So for the past 25 weeks, more than that because we've skipped a few weeks.
Yes.
I've been suggesting that Pokemon go up. I say that from time to time. Buy sealed, hold it. Don't sell your stuff if you don't need to.
Well, so I guess there's like no major changes.
Basically, Pokemon go up. There's no major changes other than everything that I have been harping on for the past 26 weeks has come true at a more rapid pace in the last 3 weeks. The market is on fire right now, and there's not even one specific thing that I can point to, like, oh, this thing shot up so much in price. There are many things that shot up a lot in price. A few noteworthy ones, like Bubble Mew, has gone insane in price, which has impacted the price of Paldean Fates, all of the sealed products, other cards within Paldean Fates,
I
Charizards are
sold that
going up.
too. God damn it.
What else? Shiny Treasure is going up in price because of the Bubble Mew going up in price. Supercharged Breaker is going up in price because the Pikachu is priced so high in English, and Surging Sparks is so hard to get in English that now Supercharged Breaker is starting to go up in price. And on top of that, we have like one of the hypest sets of all time coming out. Later this week, we will have the Japanese release of Terastal Festival. And then in January, we will have Prismatic Evolutions, which is the newest set coming out, and everybody's just going absolutely ape shit over both of the sets. There's a tremendous amount of FOMO happening where people are buying, you know, out of fear of not being able to get it. And there's also a lot of unknown. There's a lot of FOMO
Well,
at the.
there's 26 unknowns.
I see what you did there. That was very good.
Thank you. This
There's
is a
a
Pokemon
lot of
podcast.
there's a lot of FOMO happening at the level of the local game stores as well because the set is very difficult to get. Prismatic.
I got
Um,
myself a Pokemon Center ETB.
that's honestly amazing. It's already worth like $300.
Jamie, I'm
Uh,
only paying 60 for that. I don't care what you say.
oh, did Jamie get it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid. I didn't get one. They're literally, if you look them up, like they're already pre-selling. People are like, as soon as I have it in hand, I'll ship it to you, and it's sold and fulfilled already on eBay.
That's wild.
The prismatic market is like insane, and it's hard to say whether it's FOMO and like you shouldn't be ordering over MSRP or you're right to order over MSRP if you want to open it at all, because with Surging Sparks, we didn't predict what happened. Like Surging Sparks went up over MSRP instantly. 3 days really is what it took for it to go over MSRP. And everybody was like, oh, it's going to drop. It's going to drop. It's going to drop. It's only gotten higher. And now you can't even find it. It's first of all, it's more expensive than when it first went over MSRP. And second of all, you can't even buy it. Nobody has it. And the people who have it are only selling it in cases and they're asking full MSRP, I mean, full market price for the cases. So it's it's very likely we'll see a similar situation with Prismatic, but there are still things. If you are collecting, there are still so many things that you should be buying right now if you're collecting to invest.
Shrouded Fables.
Don't buy Shrouded Fable. Actually, honestly, buy Shrouded Fable. If you can find it on a good holiday sale and it's cheap enough, just buy it.
That's what
Like
I've been
it's
saying.
gonna go up. It is a specialty set. The cards in the set are very expensive. The singles, like the Persian, the Houndoom, the Earthen Vessel, and given enough time, it's gonna go up too. I don't think it's the best money move if your finances are limited in terms of how much you can put into your Pokemon investment. I wouldn't start with Shrouded Fable, but there are plenty
I
of
would.
things that I think the market has given enough opportunity on at this moment for people to invest into and still be extremely, extremely profitable long term. But you got to buy the boring stuff that nobody's talking about. I don't think the best move for people, and I hear this happens. Like I get messages in my inbox all the time about like buying Evolving Skies or like buying Cosmic Eclipse or buying Team Up and holding these sets as investments. And like, sure, if you buy Evolving Skies, you're gonna make money on it, no question. Evolving Skies is roughly $1,000, maybe a little bit under $1,000 a box right now. All things considered, it's roughly $1,000 box. It might be 800 right now, but in a month or two, it'll be $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
For Evolving Skies to get to $2,000, we need a fair bit of time. That's what we would expect. The length of time we would expect is a year plus for the set to get to $2,000. So let's say it takes 18 months for Evolving to get to $2,000. So in 18 months, you've doubled your money. That sounds pretty great. If you could get a set like, I don't know, Stellar Crown, or you could get a set like, you know, I mean, Twilight has already kind of done its thing. Paldea just reprinted a little bit, so that's down a touch right now. But had you bought into these boring sets before the market went up on them, because like even Stellar, people missed a little bit of an opportunity with because it's already going up again.
But
There's like these,
they have the Terrapin on that one. Go ahead.
yeah, that was the Terrapin set.
Yes.
Um, if you buy a cheaper set, the odds that you're going to more than double your money in the long term are significantly better than if you do a set like Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is going to have a cap at some point. It's going to just stop growing, right? Like it'll get to 2000 and then very slowly creep up to 3000 and then very slowly creep up to 3500. That's like what we're seeing with Team Up. Team Up was like a $2,800 box for like 2 years, and now it's just barely eclipsed that like $3,200 mark. I saw somebody selling one today for 3,400, and so like there's some motion to Team Up, but it's not like growth, 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 growth.
Well,
Where
I stopped growing, I think, when I was like 16.
yeah, Yeah, well, so did Team Up. And I think the better play is to diversify your money, put it in a bunch of sets, and you're going to have sets that go if you're buying in at a sub 100 a box, if you're buying cases, or if you're buying it at 110 a box, whatever, that window is when a set is new and people are kind of offloading it for relatively cheap. Um, that's the window, because those sets are going to be worth three, four, five, $600 in the same amount of time it's going to take evolving to get to $3,000. So
Mhm.
the way I look at it is you should 3 or 4 or 5x your money as opposed to just 1x your money on a single box. And the other thing that nobody thinks about or nobody talks about, or I don't hear it as often, sorry for snorting, I'm still sick. The market for a $3,800 booster box is much more narrow than the market for a $500 booster box.
Okay.
I can sell 10 to 20 $500 booster boxes in the time it takes me to sell one $3,500 booster box.
Mhm.
So, how valuable is your investment, right? If you're trying to earn passively, you don't want to have to work super hard to sell the item for full value when the time comes. And that's I think another thing that people don't really consider, right? For a long time, it was like, ETBs are a crummy investment. They don't ever go up as much as booster boxes. Yeah, very true. But once a booster box is $3,500, people are way more likely to buy a $500 ETB of that set, right? Even if the
Makes
booster box,
sense.
even if the ETB only made it to $500, it's way easier to sell a $500 ETB than it is to sell a $3,500 booster box. So
Depends on who you're selling to, but yeah.
for the average collector, right? Like if you don't have a Pokemon business, I can sell an expensive box very easily. But to the average person, I mean, you could put it on eBay, right? But if you're trying to like sell at a card show or sell in person, there's a lot of layers that come with those expensive items. Having to find the right person becomes way more difficult. There's more fees involved. There's just a lot that goes into it.
Mhm.
I think it's an important point to, trying to sell, I don't know, a brick of gold versus many, many small coins of gold, right? I think you'd probably have more success more quickly selling the small coins than finding someone who is capable of buying a brick of gold.
Makes sense.
So,
That
market
was
update
fun.
is buy low, sell high, buy the boring stuff. Everything is on fire right now. Everything is going up.
He misquoted that. He meant to say buy high, sell low.
Nope, I say it the right way, but whatever you want. I think that Pokemon is extremely strong right now, and it is the time. Also, Sword and Shield, like I don't want to keep talking about this, but Sword and Shield, we've been on last call for months. They just keep like feeding us tiny little nibbles. If you're not capitalizing on them, what are you doing? Um, yeah, the market's on fire.
Sounds good to me. I have a pocket update.
A pocket update. What's in your front
Pocket.
pocket?
My
Don't
AirPods,
answer that question.
some money, my jewel. Um, there's a new event, Venusaur event.
I
It's
started it
pretty
last
dope.
night.
You only started it last night.
I haven't been, dude. Are you kidding me? I worked 100 hours in 4 days.
You can spend 5 seconds to battle a Venusaur deck. It has a really cool Venusaur SIR. It also has a really useful Jigglypuff promo.
I pulled a Jigglypuff. That was the only one I pulled so far. It was the only
Very
promo
useful.
pack I opened.
I've been using it in my Dragonite deck. Um, it takes 1 energy and it puts whatever your opponent's Pokemon to sleep right off the bat.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
So if you go second and you get that right off the bat,
Mhm.
boom, and you can just start building on Teeny, Dragonair, and then Dragonite. It's very
Don't you have
simple.
to coin flip for sleeping Pokemon
You have to coin flip
every turn,
for it
right?
to
Like,
wake. I don't
yeah.
have to coin flip.
Oh, they're asleep, and then okay, so it's different than whatever the other one is. But they
Hypno,
coin.
Hypno, Hypno. You have to coin flip to see
Got
if
it.
they fall asleep.
Got
That's
it.
the other thing.
Okay,
You
so
don't have to
Jigglypuff
coin
just
flip.
knocks it out, and then your
Yeah,
opponent coin flips each turn.
to
And
see if it
even if they
wakes up.
coin flip, let's say they flip heads and their Pokemon is now awake, they can do an attack but on the next turn, their Pokemon's asleep
They're
again and
going
they have
right
to
back to
flip
sleep.
again. Got it.
Yeah. So
As long as Jigglypuff
I
is in the
practiced
active spot, or is that an ability?
active.
Got it.
So I practiced with Jamie this deck, and boy, was I laughing the entire time. That
Yeah,
man
I'm sure.
cannot.
Draco, dude, the Dragonite deck, Draco Meteor is a menace. That's
Yeah,
a
but Jamie
really
couldn't
tough
wake
deck.
up his Pokemon. He kept flipping tails. It was fucking hilarious. It was like 10 in a row. I just knew he was getting really frustrated.
The most I've seen
Um,
in a row is 9. I screenshotted it and put it in Discord. Somebody was playing a Misty deck and flipped
no,
9
well,
hits.
it's different. It's a different kind of flip. Like he flipped 10 turns in a row.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, from an RNG perspective, the most consecutive
I think I got 6
n-
on a Misty once.
negative impact to me coin flips I've seen was 9.
I think I got 6, and I'm pretty sure whoever I was battling, it was probably a random, complete, like immediately conceded.
Yeah.
Made sense.
Yep.
So yes, we have the Venusaur. What's the word I'm looking for? Venusaur event happening
Hmm.
with a
I saw
really
the
cool
the
looking.
promos look
Yeah,
really, really nice. There's a
they're
new Mewtwo
really
promo too,
cool.
right?
So that's only for premium pass people. It is really
That's
cool Mewtwo promo,
I got the promo because I have premium,
as do
and
I.
I'm gonna work it into uh
Mewtwo deck.
my Mewtwo deck. Yeah, because it's not an EX, but it still can deal a huge chunk of damage.
Yeah,
So if you're
yeah.
playing, if you like, if I had 2 of those somehow, which I don't think you can get to, but if you could
Mm-mm.
run 2 of those and 2 Gardevoir evolution lines, sheesh,
It's over.
that'd be a
Yeah,
very
but the
OP
Venusaur
psychic
SIR
deck.
is really dope in the
Yeah, it
promo.
looks. If I remember right, it has that same like soft floral look as the Venusaur in 151. There's a lot of like
It's a
fauna on the
lighter
card,
color.
and
It's like
it's
a
got
lighter
light
color, but yeah,
colorways. Yeah,
yeah. I feel like the one
it's
in 151 is a little darker with the greens.
yeah. I mean, I'm
This
sure
one
that
has
it's
more yellows.
maybe it's the same artist. I don't know, but I remember thinking like the styling was very similar. Like,
He's just a sleepy little guy, I think.
yeah, but
It's
they could have
adorable.
focused on just Venusaur and not put so much like fauna and life around him.
It's a grass Pokemon.
Right, but it doesn't have like. There's plenty of Mewtwo has nothing around it other than
Brother.
purple stuff.
He's holding a city.
On what card?
What card are you talking about?
The Mewtwo EX in Pokemon Pocket.
I'm all right. Whatever. We're talking about 3 different things.
Okay. I'm just saying Pocket didn't have to put that level of art. They could have gone a different direction. I like the direction they went, and it reminds me of the Venusaur from 151.
Agreed. I like it. I like the direction they took. I'm pretty sure we're
Good.
getting like a new set soon.
Yeah, yeah, we'll definitely be getting new sets, and that's
I
something
think like
that
by the end of the year we're getting it.
I don't
Maybe
know.
like in the beginning of the year.
I haven't heard much in the as far as like leaks go,
That's what I've been
but
hearing. Yeah.
the way typically games like this work, like any TCG really that sticks around for a while, is they have to introduce new sets.
Well, because it
Well,
gets boring.
first of all, it gets boring, but second of all, as they introduce like promos, for example, the promos start to change the mechanics of the game. They shift up the meta a little
Which has
bit
already happened
with that like
with this
Mankey promo, the
the Mankey
Jigglypuff
and the
now.
Jigglypuff. Yeah.
The Mankey was like really, really difficult because you could basically
In 2
on
turns, you can have a 100 attack
your
primate.
Primeape would be wildin' if it
Yeah.
because the Mankey damaged itself.
Right.
And then they need to introduce more powerful cards to counter those things, and then it continues, and it's a process they call power creep, and they continually introduce like more and more and more and more powerful cards and more powerful abilities, which is why Genetic Apex is a little bit basic, and some of the gameplay feels, especially without promos, like when you're just starting, it feels extremely rudimentary. Like when you're using the rental Genetic Apex decks, it's very rudimentary. But
Yeah.
as
I
this
get
game
it.
progresses, we'll see like really cool and powerful. I'm sure we'll see really cool and powerful combinations. I'm hoping at some point we get an option for a larger than 20 card deck with a 6 prize pool. That would be, long term. I think that would be incredible if they could figure out a way to manage that in the game.
Why don't
Because
you just
right
download
now
TCG then?
it's totally plays different. It's not the same experience. the
I
the
suppose,
game
yeah.
just doesn't have the dev behind it. It doesn't have a dev team. It's like you got to use the code cards. It's very clunky. It doesn't play nicely. TCG Pocket's like awesome. Like, the artwork's fantastic, super well devved, super well funded. Lots of other cool elements of the game. The friend element, the social element's extremely cool. Trading is going to be extremely cool. Wonder
Yes, it is.
picking. I mean, there's a lot of things in Pocket that I like way more than the TCG app.
I guess I get you. So yeah,
So
that's my pocket update, and I think it might be time for me to tell you about a Pokemon.
yeah, I'd love to learn about a Pokemon.
Yeah, because you don't know shit about any of them.
I don't. You're right. Apparently, I say Kanto wrong. I was told on stream the other day.
I see. When that happened, I was sitting in my. I was sitting here going, Kanto, Kanto, Kanto. I think I say Kanto.
You say Kanto?
Yeah,
I've always said Kanto.
I say Kanto. I don't know.
What do you guys say? Leave it in the comment below. Type it out. Kanto or Kanto?
Kanto. Yeah, type it out. Let us know. Um. So considering that this was episode 25, and everybody's suggestions in Discord were whack, I
Oh
decided.
man. Wow.
I
Calling
told
people
them all
out.
that. I decided to just do whatever Pokedex entry number 25 was.
Oh, I wish I could share audio. Sorry to interrupt you. For the
Yeah, no,
record,
I'm just, doing what we always do, but go ahead.
I'm right. Look it up on Google, all you haters who say Kanto. Type into Google Kanto pronunciation. I'm correct. Eat it.
So I decided to go with whatever Pokedex entry number 25 was,
Genius
since
idea. I
it's a
love it.
25 episode. And drum roll, please.
What
It
are the Niddos?
is Arbok.
Arbok.
Yes.
Dope.
So Arbok, if you don't know, is a snake.
It's a
And fun
slithery
fact,
snake.
so I actually did learn some cool things about it that I did
I'm
not
a
know.
snake.
Okay, if we're gonna have to listen to that for the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna leave the
Don't say it.
podcast.
No. Okay, that's fine.
What? Would you thought? All right, I get what you think I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
you can't talk about unaliving.
Why not? It's YouTube and Spotify.
You can't say the other version of that. You could,
You can't say that on TikTok. We're not on
or
TikTok.
no, you can. Yeah, you're not supposed to say it
Mm,
on. They're gonna demonetize us, bro. All 12 of
oh
our
yeah,
supporters.
yeah. Well, we getting the
Just
penny.
kidding. Our channel is growing at an astronomical rate at the moment. Make
Oh
sure you
yeah,
like and subscribe
we have like 15,000 subscribers. It's wild
daily.
daily. So Arbok is a snake. Don't do it. Um,
Arbok.
it evolves
Don't
from Ekans,
don't do
and it
that.
is part
Or
of the first generation of Pokemon, which came out back in the day. If you didn't know that, it
what
is
region? What
based
region?
Johto. Um, from the
Don't know shit
Kanto.
about regions.
It's from the Kanto region. That's when you say Kanto, that's how I hear it, like a valley girl from California. It's Kanto. Can I
It
have
is
a venti
Kanto. I don't know why.
frappuccino?
I don't know why I've always said it that way. I guess I've just always been right. But anyway, Google it. I'm right.
Oh God, just another thing we're all gonna have to hear about. Um,
Every day on the stream. Although I gotta update Discord. This weekend's gonna be wonky with streams.
makes sense. Back to the to the Pokemon highlight. Um, seems to be based on the Indian cobra due to its venomous bite and hood markings. It may also be based on the king cobra, which is the world's largest venomous snake, which is makes sense. Did you know that you know how it has like the face on it?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just listening to this, I mean, I'm not showing a picture of it. I just went like
Do you
this.
want me to put up a picture of Arbok?
No, it's okay. Um,
I'm looking at one now.
so right. So everybody knows what Arbok looks like. You know, there's 20 different variations of that face.
No, I had no idea.
They switch them between games.
I had no clue.
Neither did
I
I.
can see it on the images as I'm scrolling.
They switched, yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I never knew that.
I had no clue. That's pretty incredible. Some of them have an open
Um,
mouth, some of them have a closed mouth.
yeah, they
The
switch in
eyes are
between.
different angles. Huh.
It's a pretty cool fun fact. Another fun
Yeah,
fact. So Arbok backwards is Cobra with a K. Did you know that?
I did know
I don't
that.
think you did.
Yes.
No, you haven't
What?
been in
Arbok
Johto
spelled
or
backwards is cobra?
yeah, with a K. And its first form, Ekans, backwards is snake.
Snake.
Oh God.
What about muck?
Um. So it is a part of the dragon egg group, which is interesting, even though it's not a dragon. But so it could
Dragon
be
egg?
yeah. So like when you are going to the not the nursing home, what are those fucking daycare,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like the egg groups and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Each Pokemon has an egg group. They're in the dragon egg group,
Got it.
which leads some people to believe that it could be loosely based off of also a basilisk
Hmm.
because it was the first one to learn glare, and it's part of
Interesting.
the dragon egg group. And a basilisk is the serpentine creature that um, almost killed Ginny Weasley and Hermione Granger and Mr. Filch's cat in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Got it.
Um, Name origin: Arbok is Cobra backwards.
Sick.
What else did I learn? Uh, so I
It's
was reading it's
really crazy that we
in the
didn't notice
anime.
this face thing.
I never noticed it. So the website that I was on, and it was showing like all the different like anime appearances.
Mm-hmm.
The one that cracked me up was in Pikachu Vacation, and Arbok was at the Pokemon theme park. That's all it says. Just in case you were wondering, it was at the theme park. The most famous Arbok, obviously, is Jesse's from Team Rocket. Jesse and James had the
Oh,
Arbok and the
yeah, I
Weezing.
guess I didn't even think I was thinking of Koga's Arbok, but yeah.
Well, no, it would be Jesse's.
Well, Koga has an Arbok, but yes, you're right.
Yeah,
The more famous would be Jesse's from Rocket, absolutely.
because it's in a lot more episodes.
And it's yeah,
Mhm.
I was thinking of the TCG.
That makes sense.
How did we
But
not
also,
notice this face? This is like seems like we would have noticed this in the game.
that is 100% fake. Okay. For a second, I thought you were being serious.
That was pretty
That
good.
was terrifying.
That's pretty good.
That was terrifying. So that's Arbok. It's a snake cobra. Um, yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Well, thanks. That was a good market update.
Cool. That wasn't a market update, moron.
I like that's really cool. I'm actually looking at all the different sprites. I don't think it was in the anime. I think it's just the sprites having different faces.
I do believe it was just the games.
Yeah, but they're dramatically different. Like
Yeah. Like I don't think you can go into like Pokemon Go and find 20 different
right,
Arboks
right. But they're oh no, they're regional. You were saying that, weren't you?
in the games. Yeah.
I just saw like a photo with the regional
I'm pretty sure that it
variation.
was what I read was that Kanto and not Johto, but the one after it.
Sinnoh,
Sinnoh was definitely not after Johto.
Hoenn.
Hoenn are the same. And then
No,
Johto,
they're not. Johto and Hoenn are the same. Kanto and Sinnoh are the same, but they're not the same. They're just similar.
okay.
I'm looking at them right now, which is how I know that.
Oh, Mr. Know It All. It's Kanto.
It is Kanto. I was right
I
about that.
can't believe this. But yeah, so
I'll put
I
up a
mean,
picture right now. For those of you that are watching, I will show you, and then go share screen, and then I don't know, and then you're gonna see them. But here, Hoenn and Johto, very similar. Like
right.
obviously variations, different smile, different teeth, but like the eyes are the same. Oh, no eyebrows. It's like one of those games on a placemat at an Applebee's. And then this is Kanto and Sinnoh, where the eyes are basically the only difference.
Yeah, it's pretty cool
I
though.
cannot believe I never noticed that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't
I guess how
always
many
do that
times are you
thing.
encountering Arbok in any game, really? Any of the handhelds?
Well, Koga had one. Did Agatha have one? I think Agatha might have had one. I'm pretty sure Agatha had one.
Yeah. Yep. 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 You're correct. She did.
I know my old bitches.
Her Arbok and Golbat. Golbat.
What's a gold butt?
Golbat. And they attacked Evan, who tried to rescue Blue.
Who the fuck is Evan?
Whoever's in this particular episode of the anime that Agatha's Arbok appears in.
And Evan has a gold butt?
No, Agatha had a Golbat and whatever the other thing I said was Arbok.
Arbok. But Agatha also had a Gengar
I'm
and a
stressed out
Haunter
right now.
because
I have 11 minutes left on this bid for this card that I really want.
oh,
Anyway, that was
that's
a
fun.
phenomenal Pokemon update. I appreciate you for bringing such a wonderful, wonderful knowledge to this podcast. It's actually really dope to learn about the faces. I had no idea.
Don't get sarcastic with me.
I'm not getting sarcastic. It was dope. I had no clue. It was a good update.
I know the end of that was not sarcastic, but the beginning of that was.
No, I liked it. I thought it was good.
I'm glad.
Yeah. So don't
You
call me
like
a gaslighter
Goldbutt.
when I beat you in our ranking later.
Oh, which I just figured out what we're doing for that. My
I
bad.
know. I saw you put it in Discord.
Don't
I get
be paying
I get
attention to me.
noties. I get noties on the old laptop.
Don't yell at me in Discord either.
That was funny. Join our Discord, by the way, if you haven't joined the Discord. We have a lot of fun in there.
We do. He yells at me for stupid things.
So what holiday traditions do you have, Zack Mo? How was your Thanksgiving?
How was my Thanksgiving? It was all right. It was nothing special. Mom made turkey, stuffing, macaroni salad, and
Beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes, hams, yams. You name it.
But so as a practicing Catholic Jew, we celebrate both. My dad was raised Catholic but atheist.
A Jesuit priest over here.
So as kids, I don't know why we did it, but we always celebrated both Christmas and Hanukkah. We always celebrated Easter and Passover. But we, before everybody goes, oh, you Jew bag, you got so many gifts. No.
Who's calling you a Jew bag?
You did before we recorded.
I have never said that word in my life until today.
Yeah, before we recorded. No, so like we when we were kids, like my grandpa would give us $100 for Hanukkah, and that was it. Like we never did the 8 nights of presents.
Yeah, why
just
break
like
it up
one,
into
right? We just did one present,
100,
and then we do the candles, which is always fun. And then we celebrated Christmas. So that's pretty much
actual presents on Christmas or $100.
Yeah, actual presents.
Got it.
Yeah.
Did you get actual presents on Hanukkah? Is there like a Hanukkah fairy? How does that work for the little girls and boys?
I don't think there's a Hanukkah fairy, and if there is, I'd love to hear the story about it. There's a mensch on a bench.
I know, I've seen that. Who brings the presents on Hanukkah?
Mom and dad. They don't try to lie to them.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
We
need to put like a trigger warning at the beginning of this episode in case anybody listens with littles. I don't know why they would ever listen to this podcast with their kids. In fact,
I always put it explicit.
If someone has made it to this point in our podcast today, after everything we've talked about, and you're listening with your child, it's on you.
100% that's on you. Yeah. Yeah. No trigger warning. If your little ones are listening to this, please let us know because I want to shout them out.
And maybe called Dyfus. So there's no like mythological creature or being. It's just the parents
Yeah, we don't lie to
for
our
Hanukkah.
to our
All
to our
right,
little
all right.
ones.
Well,
We don't tell them that this big fat
well, I
jolly
mean,
fella comes down the
it's
chimney.
hard to say that you don't lie when you celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas because
I went to
either
Catholic school. How is
Jesus either has a birthday or he doesn't. So
well? I mean, if you want to get technical, December 25th is not the man's birthday.
I'm just saying
He was
that's when
also
they
a 4 foot Middle Eastern man.
look, and that's what we're supposed to say is we celebrate his birthday on the 25th. Saint Nick,
But
good old Saint Nick. Anyway, so no real holiday traditions. Like, what do you
um,
normally do for Thanksgiving? You like what's a New York City Thanksgiving like?
we tell the crackheads to beat it and cook the turkey. I don't know how to answer that. My mom cooked. I sat in here, waited for dinner to be ready. I went out there, I ate dinner. I said what I'm thankful for, and came back in here.
So no like major plans for Hanukkah or Christmas this year?
Work,
Work, work, work, work,
work,
work. Yeah,
because the
I
holidays at the sock store are our
yeah, of
busiest.
course. Last week and then probably the next 5 weeks will be your busiest
Yeah,
by a
it's
long
very
shot.
annoying. Very annoying.
Yeah.
I hate holiday shoppers. Do you think this will fit my kid? I don't fucking know your kid. How am I supposed to answer that?
I just say like it's a sock. Like what's the
Like, how
worst
old?
that can happen?
When somebody asks like for a kid's sock, I'm like, how old is the kid? And they're like 12. I'm like, are they a tall kid? And they're like, not really. I'm like, all right, just get them a medium sized sock. They'll grow into it.
Right. Yeah,
Get the
very,
fuck
very
away from me.
strange. Very strange. It's a sock. They really just like
Well, I
can't you
mean, they
just
do
like
come in
look at the
sizes.
sock?
They
Yeah,
come in
but like
sizes.
look. Just look at it. Like, oh, that looks about to be the size of his foot. It's not like a shoe where
How
it's
many
like
people are
6,
sitting
7,
there
8,
going,
9, 10,
I
11,
know?
12.
Well, no, they do come in sizes. Socks come in
Numbered
sizes.
sizes?
Yeah, so a medium sock size is 9 to 11,
Yeah,
and
that's a
a
much wider
but a
like
9
you
to
got a good
11, it
shot.
makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense. So on the packaging, it'll say 9 to 11. Um, I don't have any socks or packaging next to me. It'll say 9 to 11, but that fits shoe size, women's 4 to 10. Why they don't just put that on the packaging, I have no fucking clue.
Well, women's shoe sizes are different than men's sizes, right?
Well, right. So a sock size 9 to 11 fits a men's size 9 and under.
Hmm.
Shoe size.
That makes no sense at all.
None of it makes sense. Um, and then a large sock size is 10 to 13, and that fits a men's shoe size 7 to 12 and a half, women's 9 or 10 and above.
7 to 12 and a half is like 85% of people who wear shoes, bro. That's like the sweet spot.
Well, that's a large sock size. So
Yeah, that's
if
what everybody
you
should
are
be
in a,
buying, unless you're Shaquille O'Neal
but that's
or
just
have
men.
shoes that are size 6
If
and
you're a
under.
woman, if you're a
Probably more
woman,
difficult. Yeah, maybe.
right, you don't get a 10 to 13, you get a 9 to 11.
Right.
And then
All
kids,
right.
I couldn't even begin to tell you about kids.
Get them a small or a medium.
Small,
Get them
medium,
both.
large.
Get them one of each.
Get them one of them, leave me
That'd
alone.
be a really awesome way to gaslight someone. You should do that. That'd be fun.
What?
Put a small and a medium in the same package together, like a left and a right. One's a small, one's a medium.
What are they? The fucking Whitey Duvall from Eight Crazy Nights?
Whitey Duvall. That's a great movie. I have to
My
watch that.
my fingers in your mouth, kitty, but I feel no teeth. I love that movie.
That's a great movie. I haven't watched it in a few years. It's like now that I have kids, I can't really watch that as my Christmas movie.
Well, it's also a Hanukkah movie, so I wouldn't watch it as a
Yeah,
Christmas
but it's a
movie anyway.
holiday movie. I said Christmas. I meant the holidays. It's a holiday season. Holidays for me start in October, like at Halloween. That
I hate the
starts like
holidays.
the festivities. I don't. I mean, now that I have kids, I don't hate them at all. It's really cool. You don't remember as an adult, but you can see it in your kids that the holidays are like really, really magical.
Do your kids believe in Santa?
Well, one of them doesn't speak. She's 18 months, so
That doesn't answer my question.
she believes whatever we tell her. And my 5-year-old, well, actually, happy birthday, Melody. She turned 6 today.
Whoop
Yes,
whoop.
at 6 years old, she absolutely believes in Santa. She's in kindergarten.
She doesn't watch this, right?
No, he does not watch this.
Good, because we had a lovely conversation
It's
about a mythical creature that you
yeah,
call Santa.
the mention. I wasn't talking about Santa. I asked if there was a mythical creature that delivered Hanukkah presents.
Yeah, his name's Shlomo. He owns 5
Shlomo,
buildings.
he's a
He owns
he's
5
a
buildings in Crown Heights.
he's a firefighter, and he makes sure the candles aren't burning down any of the houses.
Exactly. Oi, oi vey.
um,
He's a nice fellow.
well, that's
He
good.
comes in, he brings the little Jewish kid some presents, gives them some gold and some chocolate, some gelt.
Breaking
Plays the
news:
plays
Shlomo is on
dreidel.
trial at the moment.
For what?
I don't even want to know. Well, a
You're
name
the
like
one.
Shlomo, I think it's probably tax evasion, if I had to guess.
Wow.
That
Wow.
was
That's
that was good.
wild.
That
Rick,
was
stop
good.
texting us.
Why is Rick texting us? All right. Well, I guess you don't have too many holiday traditions. It sounds like you hate the holidays mainly because of work. I
I
take
like
it.
Passover. Yeah. Well, I just personal. I think that Christmas and Hanukkah and the holidays have become more capitalistic than anything else,
Yeah. Well,
and
that's an aspect of it,
and
but
they make people feel bad. You know, some people can't afford to get presents, and it just I don't like the holidays. I don't like
yeah,
the whole gift giving. People give gifts and then they feel um obligated to return a gift.
yeah,
And
maybe.
it really is just a season of giving, and like there is no obligation, but somehow society has made it that way.
I think that some people feel that way for sure. Yeah, I don't disagree with that sentiment, and I'm sure at times I have felt that kind of pressure as well. But I haven't my like in my life, I'm so surrounded by people that anybody who's toxic in my life, I just pay them no attention.
That's fair.
I really don't. Like I just don't have time, effort. I don't care. If you make me feel some type of way, I just don't need you in my life. I have plenty of people in my life who want to be a
Is that
part
why
of
you
my
don't
life.
text me anymore?
That's it. Um, so I don't really feel that way about anybody. Like I feel very confident that I could just get somebody a gift and they wouldn't feel pressured to reciprocate. And I also could receive a gift and wouldn't feel pressured to reciprocate. And sometimes I like to reciprocate. Like if I get a surprise gift, like I would be very happy to reciprocate. Speaking of which, shout out Justin for the Squirtle ornament. It's fucking awesome and it's on my Christmas tree. Um, so I totally see your point where it's like very capitalist and the nature of the holidays is very, you know, like keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak, where
Hmm.
kind of people are looking over their shoulder at what the other guy is doing. Um, I look at it through, my kids' eyes, and to them,
So
it's just pure
maybe if
magic.
I had kids,
It's
I'd feel
different, yeah.
different.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
there was a time period in my life where I didn't care about the holidays, probably a decade solid. But now all those traditions that I didn't really care about, like all the stuff that I wasn't even thinking about, like it all matters. It's really cool to see my kids growing up experiencing some of the stuff that I got to experience. And then, like I said, just like the magic of the holiday season, like even yeah, just the whole thing is
I
it's really
also
cool.
live in New York City, so like when I say that we're beating away the crackheads, they're literally just camped out next to the Christmas tree sales, just asking for change. So
I bet, yeah. I
that's
need to
that's a
get
that's a New
a
York City
different.
Christmas.
I want to get a different Christmas tree. That's what I'm going to ask for Christmas this year. Our Christmas tree has. I feel like we've outgrown our Christmas tree. My kids love it, but I want a different one, a
The only
slightly bigger
reason
one.
there's one up in my house is because of the kid in my house. My sister, she is 36 and she refuses not to put up the Christmas tree.
Yeah, man, have some spirit. You're very miserly about it, which I understand your take, but you are also a little bit miserly about it.
I'm miserly about most things.
You're very Scrooge on Christmas. You're taking a strong standpoint of like, bah humbug, and not appreciating the small stuff. Watch Elf, man.
I
I
do
wish that
appreciate.
I could be as free as Will Ferrell is in that movie.
It's one of my
Like
favorite movies.
hit
Easily one of my favorite movies.
the way that he is just so happy and like that magic spirit that he has in the beginning and then again at the end of that movie.
Side note, um, the scenes where he's just walking around Manhattan,
Yeah.
that's literally just him and John Favreau with the camera. There
That's
was like
awesome.
no big setup. It was just them trying to do filler and just walking around Manhattan with a
I
camera.
think the best one of the not maybe not the best scene, but one of my favorite like walking around scenes is when he's in the revolving door. He just keeps running in circles in the revolving door, and he throws up, and then he like thinks for a second, and then he runs back in and starts doing it again.
I quote that movie far too often.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of our, like one of our holiday traditions, I guess. We start with Nightmare Before Christmas,
Mhm.
which this year I took my kids to a local theater to see it in 35 millimeter. And I was like so excited. I was like, this is gonna be such a cool experience. And then I was like, this is why we don't watch movies in 35 millimeter anymore. We've definitely surpassed that technology. The audio was wacky and just like the whole thing was weird, but it was a great experience. And then after Nightmare Before Christmas, we watch Elf. And
I
then
may
there's
watch
like
that tonight now.
it's such a good
I
movie.
love that movie.
And then there's a few other movies that we watch as well. Year Without a Santa Claus. Do you know that one?
Of
It's like
course.
one of the old claymation
Yeah,
movies.
those are great. I love
So
the
I love that movie
Mr.
too.
He's Nice
Yeah.
Guy.
I want to get a shirt
Mr.
that has them on it. I wanted one a few years ago, and then they were like sold out or something by the time Christmas got around, and I never got it or whatever. But now that we're talking about it, I'm going to order another one. That
I love
movie's
that movie.
fantastic.
Heat
I think
Miser.
it's the best of the like the Clay series movies.
Yeah, yeah, I think I agree with that.
So yeah, we watch that every year. I haven't seen it yet this year, but my daughter watched it with my parents, which is awesome because like I
We
used to
do
watch it
have
with
a
my
Thanksgiving
parents.
tradition.
Oh,
We
what is it?
always watch the
The Godfather?
no, it's not Babes in Toilet. March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Oh my god, dude! I used to watch that all the time too. It's on. Doesn't like A&E or AMC play it every year?
I think ABC
Not
does. One of them
A&E,
does.
AMC or ABC or something like that. It's not
One of
A&E.
them does, yeah.
A&E is doing a 48-hour marathon of First 48 on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
But
No,
no,
we
no, no.
watch
Yeah, we
the
haven't
March of the
watched it.
Wooden Soldiers
That's where she's like,
every
Tom
year.
Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't
I
watched it
love
yet
that
this
movie.
year. I
That
haven't
movie
You know
is
what? Don't they play it in the morning before the parade?
yeah,
Yeah. All right. So I used to watch it every year too, and I didn't watch it this year. I guess I'll have
such a
to
good movie.
educate my kids on
If
that
you've
one.
never seen that movie, I highly recommend
Yeah,
watching it. The original
fantastic.
March of the Wooden Soldiers, hilarious movie. It has what's her name? Not Abbott and Costello, the other ones, Laurel and Hardy.
Hmm.
Um, one of my favorite scenes is that when the three little pigs are together, there's a picture up on the wall and it says mom and dad and it's sausage and bacon. I love that movie, man. I hate Tom Tom though.
Sausage and bacon.
Tom Tom creeps
Tom
me out.
Tom.
He creeps me out. Also, Barnaby, the older fella,
Hmm.
is actually like 21 in that movie. The actor.
That's interesting.
It's not a real old man.
I had no idea.
Well, now you do.
Now I know.
I know a lot of random shit. That's what I do. I
Yes,
drink and I
sir.
know things.
What is that quote from?
You don't know?
No. Is it Game of Thrones, maybe?
It is Game of Thrones.
Got it.
So let's get to everybody's favorite part of the podcast.
Yeah.
Our
Pokemon ranking.
weekly
What about that
rankings.
now? If I can
Um,
find the ranking thing that we do. Other
ooh,
Pokemon.
that's a good suggestion.
Random Pokemon generator. What were you suggested?
Well, there's actually a lot here that I didn't go through.
Mhm.
Buck, I'm not doing Thievul, that's not a ranking. Um, let's go let's go with Ash312 suggested Fairy.
All right. I can get down with some fairy energy. It's gonna be a
I'm not gonna
very,
comment on that.
very slim. Whoops, wrong button. Very slim pickings though.
How many?
I don't know, but I know it's gonna be not a lot.
There's a lot of fairies. I live with one.
All gens, default form, any evolution, sharing. Number one, Azurill.
See, you
For
didn't
those of
think
you
that
that
was
don't,
gonna be one.
do we have to explain this every single week?
No, if you don't know by now,
Well, what if it's somebody's
go.
first time watching?
Well,
We're gonna blindly rank Pokemon. We're gonna reveal 10 Pokemon and blindly rank them by whatever. What our preference, I guess, is our metric.
And it's not brought to you by Liquid Death because they won't sponsor him because he
Right.
annoys them.
Yeah, no. Tonight I was drinking pure leaf tea like a heathen because Liquid Death won't sponsor me.
Why are you
I don't
yelling
know if
at
I'm
us?
winning these or not. Like all these bids that I was like randomly bidding on, thinking I would get outbid on, are all ending at the same time. And I am very afraid that I'm literally winning all of them right now. I think that's actually what's happening. It's
So
not great.
are you spending a lot of money?
Yeah, like 40 slaps probably.
Okay, just give me a minute on, not even a minute, just give me a few more seconds. I have to get my notes ready
Yep, let me know
to
when. I
rate
did
these.
Azrael already. I'm gonna put that
Okay,
on
while
half
he's doing that,
screen.
don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, comment,
Comment,
let us know everything.
air,
Okay, Azuma.
outbid on Curlia. Is this
Uh,
Japanese?
okay, I'm ready.
You did Azrael already?
Yeah,
Okay. Next Pokemon is
there's 64 options. What are you talking about? There's not a lot of options.
Strawberry Vanilla Cream Alchemy.
Alchemy. I haven't made that sound in a long time. That was my old that's what she says sound. So instead of saying that's what she said, I just go ooh, ooh. Okay, let's go next.
Oh, you're done.
I am done. I didn't write that whole thing out. I just wrote alchemy.
Togetic.
I don't like fairy types.
I was thinking, like, what is going to possibly be my number one here?
I have no
A
idea.
lot of options, but I don't know. Next, Tinkaton.
See, that's a good one.
I agree.
Tinkaton.
Jiggly.
The OG.
OG. Triple OG status. After Jigglypuff, we have Dashbun. I didn't know Dashbun had fairy typing. I have a Dashbun right here. And would you look at that? It's psychic type. Psychic fairy, maybe?
No, I think it's fairy. They don't have fairy. Oh, excuse me. They don't have fairy in the TCG.
Yeah, I know. So they just make them
Psychic.
that
Like
doesn't make any
Clefable and
sense.
Clefairy are psychic. You gonna hit next?
All right. Well, Clefable and Clefairy are both psychic. Got it. Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini's fairy type?
I think all the Tapus are.
Man, what a weird thing. I didn't know most of these. Ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Sussy Baka. For those of you just listening, Sussy Baka is what I call Enamorous. That is who just came up, was Enamorous.
And if you're wondering why he does it, I don't fucking know either. But it annoys the hell out of me when he's pulling
I
cards.
really don't know. You're right. Moralul. Whoops, I spelled it wrong, but it doesn't matter. And after
Ash, I hope you're
Moralul,
listening, Ash, because this was a terrible idea.
we've got Clefable. All right, I got my list.
I got mine. And starting with number 10, we have Alchemy.
Enamorous.
Okay.
I bet you wish you had freaking Enamorous at number 10.
Well, it's number 9 for me, so it's
Mhm.
right there. What's number 9 for you?
Alchemy.
Oh, so same. Number 8,
Azurill.
same. Number 7,
Tapu Fini.
Dash Bun.
Boo.
See, well,
Boo this
you only
man.
like it because it looks like you're a dog.
Yes.
Right. So, number 6,
Clefable.
Togetic. Not a fan.
I like Togetic.
Not a fan. Number 5,
Moralul.
same.
Nice. We did one.
Nice. Look at us. That's 2 actually.
Look at
'Cause
us
we had
go.
8 is our same as well. Number 4,
Jiggly.
Tapu Fini. Not terrible. I don't hate it.
I
Number
I don't like Tapu Fini.
That's fine. Number 3,
Togetic.
Jiggly.
I figured Jigglypuff
OG.
would be pretty high up on the list for you. If I had more room left, I probably would have moved Jigglypuff up a little higher, but yeah.
That's not how it works. Number
Right.
2,
Dash Bun.
Tinkaton.
Ooh, Tinkaton's number 1, baby.
Clefable. I don't
Really?
hate it. Yeah, I don't
But
hate
you
like
left
my top
wait,
3.
wasn't Clefable the last one? Clefable was the last one. You just left number
Yeah,
1 open until the very end? You got lucky, bro.
I did.
Clefable's a valid choice for number 1, but you got lucky for sure on that.
I'm
That
not
could have
denying that.
been that could have been rough.
Generate 15 of these fuckers,
And then what?
and we'll do a party. Battle party.
Ready. Here we go. For those of you
Wait,
aren't
wait. No,
fully evolved,
yeah,
fully
fully
evolved. My
evolved.
bad. Okay, here we go. I've generated 15, and we're gonna recruit a battle party from those 15. Let's see.
This isn't bad.
We got Primarina, Gardevoir, Carbink, Screamtail, Shiinotic, Grimmsnarl, Slurpuff, Tapu Koko, Florges, Mawile, Aromatisse, Dachshbun, Tapu Lele, Mr. Mime, and Granbull. We need to recruit a party of 6, and Zack Mo and I will 1v1 each other and both say that I won. Like he'll say he won, I'll say I won, and then we'll try to reason our way into why it was actually me who won and not Zack Mo.
Yeah, that'll never happen. Who's on the bottom left? No.
Tapu Lele? Okay,
I have it.
last, I'm going to take that. All right, I'm
All
ready.
right. Starting out. So I'm just there's no particular order. I'm just going from what I see. Primarina. No, yes, maybe so.
Primarina's on my battle party. Yes.
Guardy.
Yep.
How much as I hate taking Guardy. Grimmsnarl.
Yep.
Tapu Koko.
Yep.
Tapu Lele.
Yep.
And Mawile.
I have Shiinotic. I almost took Mawile.
So you lose.
Why? Shiinotic v Mawile?
Mawile is also learns metal moves. Metal is what
That's
Fairy is
fine.
weak to. You lose.
I like Shiinotic better than
You
Mawile, but I
lose.
did almost take Mawile. It wasn't my choice wasn't between Mawile and Shiinotic, though. Interestingly enough, I was between Mawile and Primarina
Well, it doesn't matter because
because
you
I
lost.
had taken Shiinotic right away.
You lost.
I guess if that's what you want to say, I'll let you win.
I may have that backwards.
You know what I didn't lose?
Wait. Is fairy type strong against metal, or is metal strong against fairy type? I may have that backwards.
Fairy type are weak to poison and steel type moves.
Okay, never mind. I win.
Fine.
So, fine. You hear that? It's a Christmas miracle. Now, do all typings.
And we're gonna generate 15 to do a battle party.
Same thing. Yep.
You'd think I'd
Do it every
remember this
week.
at some point,
Yeah.
but I have yet to learn. Ugh.
Orthworm.
Ugh. All
We
right.
have Exploud. I was
You want to read it? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
We have
That's fine.
Exploud, Delphox, Cobalion, Ninetales, Toxicroak, Terrakion, Beartick, Oranguru, Yanmega, Copperjaw, Golisopod, Weezing, Orbeetle, Orthworm, and Buzzwole.
Battle party, huh?
Battle party, huh? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm not taking Orthworm for shits and giggles this time.
I have 5. I don't have a 6th.
So pick a 6th.
Yeah, I'm on it. But like slow, because I don't know who to take, dude.
Well, there's only 15 options. Technically, there's only 10
Yeah,
options.
but I need the best one, dude.
Well, I already won the first round.
All right, I'll take a tank.
Okay, so we both have Terrakion.
Oh well, yeah, but that's not. Terrakion was an instant take. I didn't have to think about that one.
All right, so Terrakion,
Cobalion and Terrakion.
yes,
Yeah, we both have Ninetales.
yes,
Beartic,
yes.
Weezing.
I was going to, but I decided not to.
Yeah, I knew you weren't taking Weezing.
I was
And
going to until the last second. I took
I took
Orbeetle.
I took who? I took Copperjaw.
I took Buzzwole.
All right. Well, we have Weezing and Copperjaw versus Orbeetle and Buzzwole. I don't even need to say it. Audience, let us know who won.
100% me. Buzzwole is a
No shot. Buzzwole's literally
Buzzwole.
a mosquito, bro.
You're gonna tell me that guy's not fucking everybody up?
He's
Look
on
at
the
him.
juice, but he's literally look at his legs, bro. Bro skipped leg days for the last 30 years.
He's a fucking insect.
He's a yeah,
And
bro. And
Orbeetle is psychic, so
you took
automatically beats out Weezing.
you took two insects, bro. You took a
Okay, first
beetle
of
and a
all,
mosquito. I have an
first of
elephant
all,
and a ball sack.
first of all, Orbeetle is psychic, so that already takes out Weezing.
Bruh. Orbeetle v Copperjaw and then Weezing v
Well,
Buzzwole.
no,
You're
no, no.
cooked.
We both said Orbeetle and Weezing at the same time. So
That
my
has
Orbeetle's going up
nothing to
against your
do with
Weezing.
any of that, bro. I would sack a turn if I had Weezing out against Orbeetle and I had Copperjaw in my back pocket.
Well, then I still have 2v1.
Look, there's an article right here, bro. If it says, hold on, let me read it. If Weezing and a battle partner named Copperjaw were to go against Buzzwole and
I'm done. Thanks for
Orbeetle,
listening to the podcast.
Weezing and Copperjaw would win so handily that the opposing trainer would grovel and beg for forgiveness. It says it. Source is Reddit.
I have a similar article here. It says people who call you a Jew bag before we record lose.
I've never said that until I repeated you saying it while we were on the air.
Oh, we're on the air.
Well, oh no, did I not hit record? Could
You
you
did.
imagine?
I wouldn't do this again with you.
Never. That'd be the end of the 151 Collective podcast.
That's it.
Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gents.
Thank you. I've been your more handsome, more correct, more better at picking battle parties host, Zack Mo, aka what the fuck was it? Brown, something like
Yeah,
that.
the Blue's Clues noise. And I've been Collector, aka Pure Leaf Tea.
Who has been wrong about his battle parties? Bye.